Okay, so Mike, why don't I get started? Sounds good? Great. So first of all, we're proud to be here on behalf of EdCast and SalesU. I'll introduce ourselves first. My name is Phil, this is Alok, and we're proud to be part of our SalesU team, and we'll walk you through what SalesU is all about. First of all, let's step back. SalesU is the sales enablement suite offered by EdCast. EdCast, venture-backed company based right down the street in Mountain View. What is EdCast? Well, how many of you here have heard of either the Sales Cloud or Marketing Cloud or Document Cloud? Raise your hand. Okay, just about every hand, I think, should go up. EdCast offers the AI-powered Knowledge Cloud, which drives unified discovery, personalized learning, and sales enablement for growing and mid to large companies. So what does that mean? It means we work with companies like GE, HP, VMware, Accenture, and we offer knowledge management and sales enablement solutions to those companies. So with that, I'm going to focus our presentation because we're proud to be here at Salesforce Trailhead DX, and we're here specifically to talk about our SalesU suite. So let's dig in and explain what that's all about. First of all, another show of hands. How many of you here either are or work with Salesforce administrators? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Okay, that's great. So one thing we know is that sales is all about speed. How quickly can sales teams meet their numbers? How quickly can a new rep get up to speed? How quickly can we as administrators support that team and leverage our own time? So ramping is what SalesU is all about. We help our companies and our partners ramp faster. And that doesn't just mean new reps. It also means existing reps that need to be educated on new products or new tools or new instances of those new tools, such as Salesforce or SteelBrick or others. So that's what we're going to focus on. So SalesU is a suite of 3 solutions, and we're going to focus specifically on 2 today. First is Guide Me, which offers in-app training. Second, Coach. And third, Insights. We're going to focus a lot on number 1 and number 3. And we like to call this our sales efficiency stack. And with Guide Me, and we'll walk you through what that is, every one of these solutions helps support sales enablement for the enterprise. And it all combines to a unified solution, which is another reason why enterprises like us. They get a unified solution for their company. So let's go to a demo. First, let's talk about Guide Me. How many of you here have worked with or thought about or have heard of WalkMe? Raise your hand. Okay. Great. So we're going to talk specifically about how Guide Me is compelling, unique, different, and more integrated than WalkMe. First, Guide Me is essentially GPS for your instances of your sales tools. So how many times have we gotten questions, hey, how do we use this? Or how do we do this? Or how do we customize our use of Salesforce in this way? It happens all the time. Guide Me is the answer. So we're going to show you a demo. The beauty of this demo is it's incredibly easy to use. Any sales rep, regardless of how technical or non-technical they are, will be able to use this. Alok, why don't you walk us through an example?
Sure. Thanks, Phil. So Guide Me can work with any SaaS product. Doesn't have to be limited with Salesforce solutions. It could be with any SaaS product. What you see on the right here is an animated GIF of a guided walkthrough that was created using Guide Me. And it's really simple to create this kind of a guided walkthrough for any customized implementation of Salesforce. Once you've created this animated GIF or a PowerPoint, you can share it in any channel you want, whether it's with email or within Chatter or Yammer or any enterprise social network that your team uses. So let me switch to the demo. So what we have here is a Salesforce Lightning instance, and we have Guide Me installed here On the right, you see a lightning quick action called EdCast Tours. When you click on that, you will see a pre-loaded list of guided tours that have been created for your instance of Salesforce. And this will be what will be visible to your sales reps. So you can publish as many tours as you want, and then when a rep comes in, they can see this lightning quick action, and then they can look at all the guided tours that are available. So here, I'm going to play one of the guided tours, which is how to add a custom field in Lightning.
Icon in the header.
So what you hear is actually, it's not just a guided tour which has text, it also
Select
has
edit
audio
object.
walkthroughs in it.
Post
And
setup click.
So I'll pause here for 1 second. This has been created using GuideMe. And once you write the text, it can be machine generated into 30 other languages. So imagine you have a user who's using your custom implementation of Salesforce, but is sitting in Japan. You can quickly whip up this guided tour that is walking them through this UI in Japanese. It's very easy as a Salesforce admin to create these tours and generate this machine audio walkthroughs. So I'll start
Click
it
on
again.
New button. Note that New button it is in the Fields and Relationships box. Select Data Type. For the new layout and field, you need a data type. Enter details. And hit Next.
So I'll pause here. This guided tour can be either machine-driven, that means it can run quickly, or the user can pause anytime, go back, look at it, come back again. So it's a very interactive way of learning a walkthrough. And this happens all the time. I come from Salesforce land, and no two instances of Salesforce look the same. So even though I, as a sales rep, know how to use Salesforce, I go to a new organization, and that implementation of Salesforce looks completely different. And so that's where we think this GuideMe tool can be really powerful to help the sales rep ramp really fast. So I'll continue the walkthrough.
Establish field level security. And hit Next. Hit Save. Finally.
The user can also not have the audio component. They can just have the text component. Let's say they're sitting in a crowded, shared working space. So it can be both an audio tour or, a text-based tour. So that's a quick run-through of the GuideMe tool. I'll switch back here. Again, this guided tour that I showed was in line within the Salesforce product. This can also be posted outside the Salesforce product or any other SaaS tool within the enterprise social network or within email or within the support system that you use, like Desk or Zendesk. Okay. The second part of the SalesU suite is EdCast Coach. This is a video role play product. It runs on mobile, which I'll quickly demo. The cool part about this is there are two modes. There's a single player mode and a team mode. The single player mode is where a sales rep can record their video, and then the AI in the mobile app will give real-time feedback on their pitch. Once they've recorded and perfected their pitch, they can then push it back into Salesforce as part of the EdCast Insights, which Phil will demo next. So let me switch over to the mobile demo. Okay, so here's the SalesU app. And over here, you can add, imagine I'm a sales rep in an organization. I can add as many number of scripts, and then the app will show a visual teleprompter of what I'm pitching. So here, I have just a demo script for Trailhead. And here's a teleprompter which will show in front of me as I'm practicing this. And I'll start pitching it. Are you interested in learning more about SalesU and GuideMe? I'll stop the recording. Now what the app is doing is it's in real time analyzing my pitch using natural language processing and scoring it. So here I got an 83% score. Let me click on more details. And what the app is telling me is that I should enunciate the last word more. Right? So this can be a really simple but powerful tool for a new rep to practice their pitch as many times in their own. Think of it as a smart mirror, right? I can practice in front of the smart mirror as many number of times I want, and then once I'm ready to pitch, I can go to my mentor or my manager or my coach and say, okay, I can start selling this product now. And then I can publish it, or I can say done, where it can store privately for me. So I'll just save it for now. Can we switch back? So switching back, what I demoed here was the single player mode where I can practice with the AI as many times my video pitch. I can also share this with my larger team, with my mentor, with other sales coaches, and that can be then published within the Salesforce app. There can also be all-star demos. So usually in any sales organization, there is a rep that kills it every quarter, right? And when I'm a new rep joining an organization, I always want to know who's the rep that's killing it every quarter, and I want to learn from that guy, right? So you can also post these all-star videos of reps who are, exceeding quota every quarter. I'll switch back to Phil.
Right. So thanks, Alok. And now we'll talk about the final piece of our SalesU suite. So show of hands, how many of you have heard of or used or thought about ShowPad or SalesHood? Raise your hand. Okay, a few. So with Insights, having run and managed sales teams before, speed and the ability to ramp faster is always important. And the struggles that I've seen at companies we work with is how do we get the information and the content and the knowledge and the insights that we need when we need it in the most relevant way possible? And how do we do that both internally and externally? Because the large companies we work with often say, we have a lot of the content that we need internally, but how do we pull it into where the sales teams live? So let's go ahead and walk through an example of Insights. Rather than explain it, I'd rather show it to you. Imagine you're at an organization, let's say Merck, and let's say you're supporting or working with the sales team and a VP of, let's say, healthcare sales. And that VP is trying to educate his team on how to track certain, let's say, prepare for a presentation to Kaiser. This person, and Alok, can you just scroll up so you can see all I've done is I, at the sales level, have logged into the opportunity. I scroll down, and then magically, there are insights relevant to that opportunity, both from internal and external sources. So, for example, internal, we use Box, let's say. And if I click on this item right here, this is an example of a proposal that was sent 3 years ago from someone in our Los Angeles office. And now I, at Merck, am able to roll down and pull that. So the rep didn't have to search Box, didn't have to go to 5 people to find it. It just pulled right into this Salesforce opportunity for Kaiser. And let's go back. In addition, the person I'm meeting with, we were able to click right here and find an open letter to the exact person that we will be presenting to at Kaiser. And so this person right there is the person I'm meeting with. So that's very relevant. And it talks about some challenges that they've had. And if you go back, third, let's talk about premium subscriptions. Because if I'm working for Merck, we have subscriptions to a number of publications. Well, I don't want my sales team having to log in to all 12 of our premium subscriptions to try to pull relevant information. Instead, I can click right here. This article, which is directly relevant to my presentation, is pulled in, and we have a subscription to Modern Healthcare. So the rep didn't have to log in and do a search. It just pulled right into the opportunity. So that is what we call insights, and this is extremely powerful. One person I presented to said, well, at our company, we're able to find these documents, but it takes so much time that the reps lose selling time, and I'd rather have them making calls and meeting with potential prospects. I said, exactly. So this is the ultimate substitute for the hunting and searching. It pulls relevant insights where you need it. Let's go back to the slide. So, and you can see both internal, and we've integrated with SharePoint and Box and Dropbox, Google Drive, as well as any external premium subscription or content that you subscribe to. Let's go to the next slide. I'll hand it back to Alok.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. So in the demo, you saw that this EdCast Insights actually is Lightning ready. It works out of the box in Lightning, as well as it's Salesforce One ready. So when you log into your org through Salesforce One Mobile, you can see the EdCast Insights within the Opportunities tab in the Details section. So with that, we'll pause here for Q&A.
Great, we can take a couple questions, and then also our booth is right around the corner, so we'll stick around as well. Any quick questions? Don't be shy. Yes.
Sorry?
Just speak up a tiny bit. Great. Question is there, I'll let you answer it. The question is there feedback on the relevancy of the insights that are pulled into the opportunity?
Absolutely, and we can actually demo it to you. So right here, when I open this document, the sales rep can actually give a thumbs up or even comment and say, hey, this collateral worked great with other pharma prospects as well. That's kind of feedback we can collect real time, and then any rep who can goes into Salesforce and sees that, when they click on that, they'll see that feedback right then. Then we'll surface it in this context. If a particular piece of content gets a lot of likes and comments, automatically shows up higher. Thanks for the question.
Great question.
Yep.
One more question. Okay, we want to thank you. We also want to thank Salesforce and the Trailhead team for having us here. Alok and I will stick around and can answer questions. Please feel free to stop by our booth, and thank you very much.
And there's one-sheeters as well if you want to grab. Thank you.
Great.